Hi, fourth grade. We are finishing Out of My Shell. And yes, you do see Star Wars around me because today is May 4th, and Star Wars fans have adopted this day as May the 4th be with you. So in Star Wars, you hear the phrase, may the Force be with you. And because it's May 4th, may the 4th be with you. So yeah, here we are for our Spirit Day. Thank you so much. And let's read Out of My Shell. We are on the bottom of page 196. And if you remember, Lainey's in the hospital. She went out in the ocean late in the evening. And so she's now in the hospital. And we think that Lainey's dad is coming from Colorado. No doubt the news made me happy. It had been a long summer without him, but it wasn't like on my birthday when I was so desperate to see him. I could barely stand it. I was excited he was coming, but I knew I'd be okay, even if he didn't. When we were back at the house, I snuck away to the beach as soon as I could. Aunt Michelle caught my eye as I was slipping out the back door. Her lips parted as if she had something to say about it. Then she clamped them shut, obviously changing her mind. I ignored the daytime crowd and went straight to the dunes, precisely where I'd seen Lainey before she galloped into the waves. I dropped to my knees and retrieved a single piece of sea glass. Drawing my legs beneath me, I sat in the hot sand and examined the mermaid tear. It was pure white, frosted like the rest, and yet it glistened like a diamond in the sunlight. The beach, the people, everything faded away as I stared into the depths of the glass. It had been Lainey all along. She'd been the one planting mermaid tears for me to find. The realization caused a sudden ache in my chest. My 6-year-old pinball of a sister had been coming here and secreting glass tears for me all summer. Even after I'd crushed her dreams and pushed her away, she'd brave the dark and an imaginary monster to leave me something she knew I'd treasure. Lainey's determination surprised me. Her thoughtfulness touched my heart. It also didn't escape me that she wouldn't have seen the turtle if she hadn't gone out to the beach to leave this last mermaid tear. She never would have gone into the ocean and nearly drowned if I'd only gone with her. The sea turtles, the mermaid tears, the lettered olive, even I resented Lainey for having one when I didn't. They were things I'd selfishly been pretending were mine and mine alone. They were things that made me feel connected to Dad. But Lainey had her own connections. She loved those things too. I'd refused to see it because I didn't want to. I wanted memories of Dad and treasured beach shells and wildlife and sea glass all to myself. Yet this whole time, she'd been reaching out to me, trying to be a part of my world again. I felt like the previous night's storm had relocated inside me. My stomach roiled like the ocean waves, just as when I'd been caught in the riptide. A feeling of helplessness returned. It was the same feeling as when I'd watched the turtle crawl ashore, only to become distressed and turn away. The feeling that I couldn't fix anything. But that was a lie. One I was sick of telling myself. I was strong. I had pulled Lainey from the violent waves. The same steadfast calm washed over me as when I stood up to Aunt Michelle. I wasn't perfect, but I wasn't powerless either. I wasn't powerless at all. Then it all came together. The pile of sea glass inside my drawer had grown to a mound over the summer. I had an idea for what to do with it, something I thought Lainey would like, and something that would help the turtles too. I turned the sea glass around and around in my fingers, studying the way it shimmered like a gem. It just might work, but I would need Mom's help. Chapter 23, We're going to start this chapter, not sure we're going to finish it. And here's the fun fact. Loggerhead sea turtles have remained on the threatened species list since 1978. However, thanks to conservation efforts, population numbers are slowly starting to rise. When we brought Lainey home 2 days later, I had everything ready. My heap of sea glass, plus a few things Mom helped me pick out at the craft store near the hospital. Tiny sea turtle charms, fine silver chains, driftwood, and plastic lacing. Lainey grinned from ear to ear when she saw the items divided into neat piles on the dining room table. Cisco and Diego played chase around the room. They swiped pieces of driftwood and used them as swords. I'd enlisted Grandma, Aunt Michelle, and Uncle Angelo's help getting things ready, and Mom, Lainey, and I took the open seats at the table. My sister clapped her hands together excitedly. "It's perfect," she said. During my visit to the hospital the day before, I'd asked her about the mermaid tears. "How did you get so many?" "Promise you won't be mad?" "Of course, silly," I said. "Well, I found some on the beach, but then I couldn't find any more. So I asked Dad to send yours. Dad mailed them. Mom helped me stash them. Then each time you picked one up, I'd leave another one for you." My mouth dropped open. Mom and Dad were in on it too? "You said you wouldn't get angry," Lainey reminded me. "I'm not. I wasn't sure how I felt. Like an outsider again." "You were acting weird, like a turtle, remember? We thought the mermaid tears might help." Something shifted in my brain, and I saw it in an entirely different way. The whole time I thought I was adrift, my family had been casting a net around me, keeping me from truly slipping away. And here they were now, most of them anyway, chipping in to help with something important to me. Lainey plucked a green mermaid tear from the pile of sea glass. Mom had used a Dremel tool to drill a hole in each one. I scooted my chair closer to hers and showed her how to make the necklaces Mom helped me design. We hung a single piece of glass and a small sea turtle charm on each silver chain. "This one's yours," I said as I strung the prettiest one around her neck. Lainey held it away from her to inspect the turtle charm and sighed dreamingly. I didn't have to ask if she liked it. "Oh, and this is for you too." I pulled a lettered olive out of my pocket. It had taken me hours to find it. It was smaller than the shell that had broken, but shinier. "Are you going to make a wish?" I asked. She clutched it tight and shook her head. "Maybe later." While I was presenting Lainey with her gifts, Grandma, Uncle Angelo, and Aunt Michelle threaded mermaid tears with plastic lacing and tied the strands to pieces of driftwood. The final product? Wind chimes to tinkle in the breeze and reflect the sunlight. Again, my plan, Mom's creativity. Turns out we make a pretty good team. The creations were even better than I'd imagined, and Mom shone with pride as her vision took shape. "These are beautiful, sis," Aunt Michelle said. "Que lindo," Uncle Angelo added. "So pretty." Mom had always shied away from compliments, but she took these with her head held high. All right, we're going to stop there on page 203 at the top, and tomorrow we will finish this book. So thank you so much, fourth grade. Really enjoyed reading this book with you, and I will see you tomorrow. May the 4th be with you. Bye.